Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I'm Lauren from Guthrie and Ganny, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you all of the new fabric arrivals that have come into my shop, Guthrie and Ganny, in the past month or so. So I normally do one of these sort of round up new fabric videos at the end of every month. I didn't do one in December just because it was sort of Christmas time, so it feels like there's quite a lot to catch up on. And also at this time of year we start to see loads of new fabrics arriving that are for the new season as well, so it starts to see a sort of shift in more sort of wintry, warmer fabrics into things that are a bit more transitional, and also looking ahead to summer as well. So depending on what stage in your sewing plans you're at, whether you're still firmly in sewing warm cozy things or whether you're starting to look ahead and things that you might want to make later in the year, I've got loads of inspiration for you to share in this video. So I've made a blog post that goes along with the video. Inside there you'll find links to all of the fabrics that I mention. You can also just browse the just arrived section on the website as well, and that is where you will see the very latest new fabrics. It is worthwhile checking that out regularly. We're having new fabrics arrive all the time, so there's always new things added to the top of that list there. Before I start showing you all of the new things, I wanted to just let you know that a few popular things are back in stock again. So a couple of colours of our really popular Cozy Colours range, which is a fleece back sweatshirting. It's a really lovely weight, perfect for all your jumper and sweater patterns. We've now got it back in the emerald colourway, which is a fairly new one, and then also in a classic black as well. So just to let you know that they are there. And then we've also had back in as well the chunky rib knit fabric. This comes in three colours, black, navy, and then this gorgeous sort of peacock teal colour. So it is like a knitted effect fabric, you know, it looks like it's been knitted, and it's perfect for cardigans and jumpers. You could make something like the toaster version 2 out of it. I think that would be really nice, and then it would kind of look like a knitted jumper. It's a really lovely, nice, soft, sort of cozy textured fabric. So that one is now back in stock as well. That was super popular. We do also have the fabric that was part of the Megan Nielsen Hovea kit. That is also now available by the metre as well. So at the moment we've got three colourways: the bottle green, the khaki green, and then the cam grey colour. We do have a few more colours of that on the way. They should hopefully be here next week, but you can get that by the metre now. So it's a water repellent pre-quilted fabric, so it's double faced. You wouldn't need to line it, but you could if you had to, if you were making a garment like that. And obviously good for the Hovea and other patterns like the Tamarack jacket. That's a grain line pattern. There are also some fibre mood patterns as well that are suited to that sort of puffer type fabric. It's very on trend at the moment. So yeah, you can get that for all of your quilted fabric project needs. And then we have also got back in stock some of the really popular Viscose blended knit fabric. So this is what we used to make the named patterned Esme cardigan that was in our last window display. It's a really lovely sort of cozy oversized cardigan. So we've got quite a few colours of that now back in stock again, and then also the double-faced one as well, so where it's one colour on one side and one on the other. This will probably be the last time we restock this fabric for this season, so if you have been looking at that fabric, now is your chance to get it, because once the current stock goes on that, it's unlikely we'd be restocking it again. It would just be if it becomes available again next sort of autumn-winter season. So the first new fabrics that I wanted to show you, we've got three different colourways of this fabric. It is an absolutely gorgeous ex-designer fabric. It's a wool and polyester blend, and it is very, very textured. It's really lovely, really interesting fabric. So it's got lots of lovely different colours in it. It is quite a sort of loose weave, so I think it would be really good for like a nice little lined jacket. You can make a little blazer with it. I think it would also look really nice almost in a sort of shacket style as well, and you could even line it with something like the Teddy shearling fabric too. I think that would be really cosy. So it's just a really lovely sort of interesting, colourful, eclectic one. And then as I said, yeah, it comes in three really lovely different colourways. They've got so much sort of tone and texture in them. They're really nice, really unusual fabrics. You don't often see things that are sort of as unique as that. Then we also have a range of fabrics that are also very textured as well. This one comes in 4 different colourways. It's 100% cotton, but it feels really soft. I think it feels even softer than the more sort of classic waffle type cotton fabric that we've got. So it's reminiscent of that, but just a different sort of texture. I think this would be lovely for a sort of thicker, heavier textured dress. You could make something like the hinterland, the Sew Liberated hinterland out of it. You could make a dressing gown out of it as well. So we've got it in this lovely sort of khaki green colour. We've also got it in this really lovely kind of bluey colour, sort of Pacific blue, and then we've also got it in a navy and a black as well, so I really love that one. I think if you're looking for a sort of thicker cotton to make something for the winter that sort of feels a little bit warmer and thicker, then that one is a really, really lovely option. And then the other one that we have got that is a little bit sort of thicker and heavier, where did my bolt go, is this double gauze quilted fabric. So this also comes in 4 different colourways here. This particular one is the sage, so it's double gauze on both sides, and then it's got a polyester wadding in the middle. So again, it would be something that you wouldn't necessarily need to line, but you could if you wanted to, if you wanted to make something that had a bit more body in it. So again, something like the Green Line Tamarack would be good. You could make the Megan Nielsen Hovea in it as well. Somebody in my Instagram live was also asking about making the paper cut patterns Nova coat, and I think you could make a coat like that as well. I don't think it's too thick to use to make a garment that's got facings in it. I think it would be fine with that. So you could make a lined garment like that with it as well. It's really nice. So yeah, it is cotton double gauze, it's not got wool in it or anything, so really the warmth's going to be from just feeling like it's a bit thicker, and the fact that it is a few layers of fabric that's going to sort of trap air in and make it feel cosy. So yeah, we've got a lovely sort of soft pink in that colourway, a classic navy, and then a kind of lovely sort of rusty orange colour, and then this nice soft sage as well. So some really gorgeous tones in that fabric. The next ones I've got are all jersey and stretch fabrics. Not too many. I would probably say the majority of what I've got to show you in this video are woven fabrics. Sometimes it sort of mix and matches. Sometimes it's mostly jersey, sometimes it's mostly wovens. So we've got a couple of colourways of this new one here. This is like a marled fabric. This is specifically the mint colourway, and it is a cotton polyester mix. So it's mostly cotton, 70% cotton, and it's got a really lovely thickness to it, a gorgeous soft brushed fleecy back, and just really nice colour tones. So I can see like a little bit of lilac purple in there, really nice turquoisey blue, a sort of darker blue, a kind of marled cream as well. So lots of really nice tones, and would look gorgeous for a nice little jumper or a hoodie or some cosy PJ bottoms, even like jogging bottoms would be really nice in that as well. And then we do have it in a sort of darker kind of denim-y blue colourway too. So that's a really nice sort of fleece back one. And then we do have quite a few French terries as well. So we've got a couple of colourways of this one here. It's got this really lovely sort of different print on it, something that's a bit different from florals. It's an Artist Windows on-off white organic cotton French terry. So yeah, it's lighter weight than, it feels sort of thinner or lighter than like a fleecy brushed back one. It's got those loops on the reverse, so it's thicker and heavier than like your classic t-shirting weight fabric. And this can be really versatile because I think it can cross nicely between more like t-shirt style patterns as well as jumpers, and you can make like lightweight jumper sweater type garments with it as well using those types of patterns. So a really nice versatile one. Again, you can make like sort of jogging bottoms or like pajama bottoms with it too. So that's the sort of cream colourway, and then we've also got a sort of warmer kind of nude pinky colourway too. And then this is another really gorgeous French terry. I love the colours in this. It's sort of like watercolour eucalyptus leaves in this one. It feels very fresh and bright and sort of spring-like. So again, it's got that loop back on the reverse, so that sort of in-between weight between jersey and a sort of heavier sweatshirting weight fabric. Then we've got a few different colourways, 3 different colourways of this one here. It's a bit more of a sort of floral, leafy, kind of abstract flower one. This is the foliage French terry fabric. So we've got it in this terracotta colourway, and then also in a more sort of creamy one in an ochre colourway as well. So some really lovely tones there. And again, I think that would be gorgeous for a nice sort of like looser style t-shirt or a lightweight jumper style. I think that would be That would be gorgeous, just beautiful colours in that one too. And then in a regular sort of like t-shirt jersey, so just like a normal kind of single knit regular t-shirt weight jersey, we've got quite a few different colours of this one here. So this is a little bit stretchier, and it would be good if you were making something that was a bit more fitted, maybe something that had negative ease in it. So, you know, a classic t-shirt like the Tilly and the Buttons Agnes or the Green Line Lark, something like that. And if you like stripes, it's a stripe, it's something a little bit different with these little kind of lines on it. And then just a really lovely colour of different selection of different colours of fabrics there. So if you're looking for something just kind of quite simple and basic, maybe layer up with other things, then that is a really nice option as well. It's nice and soft. So that is the jersey ones that I want to show you. Then we are on to the viscose prints. So we have got quite a few different viscose prints to show you. What I'm going to do is group them by the texture of the fabric. So they're all viscose, they're all very floppy, sort of floaty, drapey, swishy, all really versatile for anything from tops and blouses to dresses, skirts. You could even make lightweight trousers with them as well, with some of the darker ones. So I'll show you all of the plain weave viscose ones first of all. So these are the ones that have just got regular sort of plain viscose weave, threads going in one direction, threads going in the other. It's just quite a nice smooth sort of silky texture on it. This one's the floral burnt viscose fabric, and it's quite a large scale pattern, got this gorgeous lovely rich red background to it. It's really nice. So if you like sort of larger scale, more abstract prints, this is a really gorgeous one to go for. Got that very vivid sort of like electric and cobalt blue in it, some nice oranges as well and a bit of black. So a really lovely vibrant one there. And then the next one that I've got has got beautiful tones of like a watercolour print on it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just love the colours in this one. It is called the Watercolour Floral Spray Viscose Fabric. So I'll open a bit of that out just so that you can see the context of it. I think this is just gorgeous. So many beautiful colours in this one, from like a pink to a teal, nice blues, nice oranges and yellows as well. It's beautiful, feels very silky and soft. Something like the Closet Core Elodie would be gorgeous in this one. It's very beautiful. And then the next ones that I've got, sticking with the plain weave, so we're still on plain weave viscoses here, are some other really nice prints. This one's a bit more of a smaller scale. It's got a lovely kind of lilac-y background to it. And then these really nice kind of pinky flowers on it. I would probably say this one's maybe like a little bit more sheer, so good for tops and blouses, but I would say if you were making a dress with it, you might want to line it just with a plain viscose fabric, just because it is a little bit lighter weight, a little bit more sheer than some of the others. But another gorgeous print there. The next one again is very fresh and spring-like, and this gorgeous lovely green colour. This was a really popular sort of shade and tone for us last year. I would say this one's probably a little bit on the lighter weight side as well, maybe like a little bit more sheer than some of the others, so I would maybe stick more to like tops and blouses with this one, but more of a sort of smaller scale ditzy kind of print in that fabric. The next one again is more of a kind of smaller scale, and this is really lovely tones in this one, nice sort of like purpley warm pinky colours, and this one here. And again, I would probably say it's more on the lighter weight side, so I think best to stick with tops and blouses with this one, or if it was a dress, something that's quite gathered, just so you've got a bit more fullness in the skirt section. So another really beautiful sort of smaller scale ditzy print there. And then the next ones I've got to show you are a bit more textured. So they're still viscose fabrics, but the way they've been woven means that they have a little bit more texture in them. So the first one that I've got to show you is this Fabric Godmother print, and it is a viscose jacquard fabric. So when you look closely at the texture of the fabric, you can see that it's got these little sort of like dots woven into it, and they kind of catch the light, so it just gives a really lovely kind of texture to the fabric. It gives it a bit more depth. It still feels very soft and silky. In terms of transparency, I would say it's maybe a little bit sheer, but if you had quite a full section in the dress you were making, I think you'd be fine. I don't think you would need to line it. It would be if you were making something a bit straighter, you might feel like you wanted to, but perfect for tops and blouses and shirts and that sort of thing. It's gorgeous, just drapes beautifully and feels really lovely and silky. This next one has also got a jacquard texture to it as well, so it's got a black background with again a sort of larger scale print on it, and when you look closely at the surface of this print you can see that there's just little sort of like a textured kind of spot woven into the fabric as well, so it's not a kind of flat weave. I would say it makes it feel a little bit thicker as well. But really beautiful colours in this one. The scale is really quite big, so I think this would look gorgeous where in something where it does use up more fabric, so you get like the full impact of the print, maybe like a longer dress or more of like a sort of simple top where you can like really see the scale of the print. And then the next one is a viscose crepe. So this is where the surface of the fabric is almost just like a little bit irregular, like it doesn't feel as kind of flat as the plain weave. It's still really nice though, still feels very soft. It's still got that same amount of sort of slinkiness and floatiness to it. So this is a black background with these lovely bright sort of orangey reddy hearts that are on it. But yeah, if you just sort of look closely you can see it just reflects the light differently because it's got that crepe texture. I don't think you need to line it. I would say that one's pretty opaque. You can't really see through that one at all. And then the final one I've got to show you is a viscose twill. So with this one, the weave has got that classic diagonal twill weave texture to it. So when you look really closely or try and catch it in the light, you can see that it's got those kind of diagonal lines on it, and this tends to make the fabric feel a little bit thicker or heavier as well. So quite often this is more versatile into like lighter weight trousers, jumpsuits, skirts, but still suitable for tops, blouses, dresses and that sort of thing as well. Really gorgeous warm colours in that one too. It's lovely. Alison, who works in the shop, made a beautiful paper cut zeri jumpsuit out of this that looks absolutely gorgeous. So quite a few different viscose prints there, all with those different textures to them, but in terms of how they behave, all very similar, really lovely and swishy and floaty and slinky. Okay, next I've got a couple of viscose linen prints to show you. So these definitely have more summer vibes. Usually this type of fabric is very popular and a bit more common in the summertime, but I don't often see really nice printed viscose linen, so I always like feel like I have to jump at the chance to get them because sometimes they are harder to come by. But there's beautiful, lovely blue colours in this one. So it's a viscose linen mix. It's got that gorgeous, lovely natural texture of linen, but then the viscose just makes it a little bit more swishier and will help to sort of reduce the creasing a little bit more. It will still crease a bit as linen does, but that's just sort of part of the character of the fabric. So it's a really good way that would make gorgeous trousers, dresses, jumpsuits for the summer as well, skirts. So a lovely gorgeous one there. And then this one I would probably say is a bit more, doesn't feel as sort of thick or as heavy as that other viscose linen. It's maybe got a bit more percentage of viscose in it. Let me just check. I think it can just vary sometimes. This one definitely feels a bit thinner and a bit floppier, so it's more sort of monochrome. It's like a natural, just the natural colour of the fabric in the background with then this larger scale black leaf print on it. It's beautiful, and you can see that that's really quite swishy. So a nice shirt dress would be nice in that. Again, trousers, jumpsuits, little summer shorts, all those sorts of things be nice and versatile for that. It's a really lovely one, that one. And something that's a print, but it's not like a full-on floral or anything like that. Okay, the next ones that I've got are the new Spring Summer Liberty collection. So we've got a few of those gorgeous prints there, some really lovely colours and details in this one. They're all on the classic Tanalon base, so just really lovely, lightweight, nice and easy to work with. They press really crisply. And they are good for shirts and blouses where you want something to have a little bit more structure. Nice simple tops would be nice as well. If you are making a dress with it, then possibly you are going to want to line it really, because it is just a little bit lighter weight. Or it's very popular for using as contrast things as well. Pockets, facings, making bias binding with it as well. You can add like a little hint of Liberty into your project. So nice to just see some updates to our Liberty range of fabrics here. You can see most of them are all on the wall behind me here. And then sticking with the printed cotton fabrics, I guess, we do have a little range of dashwood quilting fabrics in, and they are all sort of based around this panel. So regular viewers might have seen me share this type of panel on Instagram, social media before. I've got a blog post on how you can use this to make a cheats patchwork quilt. So when you look at it, you can see these lovely squares almost look like bits of fabric that have already been sewn together. So you can just really quickly and easily layer it up with some cotton batting and then a backing fabric and bind it to make a really lovely easy quilt. It's gorgeous, really nice fabric to work with, and this is just like a new design of that sort of format. So we've got the panel, and then we've also got a couple of the kind of coordinates that you can use to do it. So this one would be really nice for the backing with these gorgeous stag heads and badgers, foxes and owls, lovely bright pink background. And then as the binding, you could use that one so for putting around the edge of the quilt. So yeah, if you fancy a non-dressmaking, nice quick and easy project, remember I do have that video and blog post tutorial that explains how you can use that type of fabric. Okay, the next ones that I have to show you are definitely got much more summer vibes. So now we're starting to think about things that we might want to make for later in the year if you are living in the UK when it's a little bit warmer and a little bit sunnier. So I have got a couple of gorgeous double gauze stripe fabrics. These are really lovely, nice soft pastel colours, and these would be gorgeous for a nice sort of summer shirt. They've got a really nice weight to them, nice and lightweight, and yeah, because they're light they would reflect the heat, so they would just be really lovely and cooling to wear in the summer. So a couple of colourways of that one, more sort of pinky and then a more kind of bluey colourway there. And then this one is really lovely and unusual, got lovely gorgeous colours in this one, and then that's sort of woven into the fabric, that kind of texture or print. I think that looks really nice. It is quite lightweight and sheer, that one, so maybe more of like a kind of beach cover-up style. I think that would be really nice, and that beautiful colours. And then these two are quite similar. They're like adobe spot, so they've got that gorgeous kind of little textured dot woven into them. I think this would be gorgeous in like an oversized shirt as well that you could kind of wear on holiday, maybe like tie a knot in it, wear with some shorts over your swimsuit. I think that would be gorgeous. Really nice one. So it is like a little bit sheer, so definitely wearing it like over, you probably want to wear it over like a little vest top or yeah, your swimsuit if you're going on holiday. And then this one very similar, but that one I think has got more, looks a bit more linen-y to me. It is actually cotton, but I would say it's more got like a texture and a slub like linen does. This one is a bit more like a regular sort of like smoother cotton, and then again just got that little sort of adobe spot woven into it, but a bit brighter colours and a bit more dense as well. The spots are sort of closer together. And I think you could probably use it either way, to be honest, with this one. Some of them are sort of fluffy on one side and flat on the other. So it's almost like you just choose what is the right and wrong side there in that one. It's a little bit more crisp, I would say. It's a bit more like a cotton lawn base, that one. So yeah, but very similar with Adobe Spot. They're really lovely. And then we have got a range of kind of white and off-white, sort of textured or kind of embroidered fabrics. So they are all quite similar, but just a little bit different, as you'll see when I show you them up close. And these would be really good for just making a really gorgeous classic little summer lightweight white blouse. So we used a fabric similar to this for the Liesl & Co Geneva blouse kit last year, and it was really popular in the white colourway. So you could make something like that, you know, just the sort of simple little blouse or shirt would be really nice, but you can see they've all just got slightly different kind of textures to them. But just really lovely. It means that you can get something that's like a nice plain sort of white classic blouse, but it's just a little bit different because it's got a bit more texture in it. And then finally we do have this woven check one as well, which comes in a few different colours. One of them is like a sort of off-white creamy colour, and then we've also got it in the navy, a pink and an ochre colourway as well. So again, it's quite lightweight and going to be good for blouses and tops and that sort of thing. So many different things to show you. I know it's quite overwhelming having to see all of this together, but hopefully it gives you an overview of all of the really lovely fabrics that we have had coming into the shop. They are all available online. As I said at the beginning, I'll link to the blog post that goes with this video, and that's going to be the best way to find a link to something that I have mentioned in the video. but otherwise you can of course just browse the just arrived section, browse the shop. If you need any help or advice at all, then feel free to call the shop, or you can drop us an email as well. Put our contact details in the description to this video. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you've got lots of inspiration. Happy sewing. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, just remember to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video, and I will see you next time. Bye.